The British people have repeatedly voted for controlled immigration.
If you enter Britain illegally, you will be detained and swiftly removed.
People will only stop coming here illegally when they know that they cannot stay here.
Conservative Home Secretaries who wanted to toughen up the asylum system.
The Home Secretary.
Now a Labour one says she'll bring in the most sweeping reforms of modern times to control numbers.
The burden that has fallen on this country has been heavy. 400,000 have sought asylum here in the last 4 years. It is making our country a more divided place. There will never be a justification for the violence and racism of a minority. But if we fail to deal with this crisis, we will draw more people down a path that starts with anger and ends in hatred.
Kemi Badenoch.
The Conservatives liked some of it.
I do want to praise the new Home Secretary, Madam Deputy Speaker. She's bringing fresh energy and a clearer focus to this problem, and she has got more done in 70 days in the job than her predecessor did in a year. Some of what she is announcing simply does not go far enough. On this side of the House, we believe that anyone who arrives illegally, especially from safe countries, should be deported and banned from claiming asylum.
The Liberal Democrats dislike the tone.
What is not helpful is the Home Secretary claiming that the country is being torn apart by immigration.
But the Home Secretary shot back.
Unlike him, unfortunately, I am the one that is regularly called a and told to go back home. It is I who knows through my personal experience and that of my constituents just how divisive the issue of asylum has become.
One new proposal is to prioritise removal of families with children whose claims have been refused, by force if necessary. Other proposals by the Home Office include limiting the right to family life under Article 8 of the European Human Rights Convention, restricting claims of torture and modern slavery, which it's claimed are being abused, and extending the amount of time in which asylum seekers can settle permanently in the UK from 5 to 20 years. The Home Secretary did promise safe and legal routes for some migrants would be set up.
Well, the strategy is pretty clear. Voters, including left-leaning ones, are deeply concerned about particularly illegal migration and the need for control. And with reform soaring in the polls, the Home Secretary says this is the only way. But some Labour MPs are finding this very hard to stomach. The question is how many and how hard?
This comment from the Deputy Leader of Reform will have deepened the unease.
She's beginning to sound as though she's sort of putting an application for vetting to join Reform.
These Labour MPs are dismayed by the proposals.
It's about focusing on practicalities and not sort of referring to asylum seekers in a way which demonises them and which, frankly, does feed in to the language of the far right.
I think it is cruel and I think it's inhumane, and I think that actually they will not answer the questions that we have.
When we look at this so-called deterrence that the Home Secretary has outlined and briefed ahead of her statement, they remind me very much of what Robert Jenrick did with the painting over the mural for the children, and those deterrents didn't work.
Asylum claims in the past year have been at the highest level ever. There are questions about how much of a dent these proposals will make. Tamara Cohen, Sky News, Westminster.